Hi guys, welcome. My name is Heather Jones. I am the #1 intuitive teacher in the world, and I teach people the 7 keys for free. So I teach people the truth about their pain. I teach people what nobody else teaches for free. And that is, you guys, key #1 is that we've been lied to. We have been lied to. The day that we were born, we have been told to silence our pain. Because they knew if they could get us to silence our pain, if they knew that if they could get us to silence our truth, that they would keep us stuck. And you guys, these keys that I teach you unlock people's pain. People go from a 10 pain to a 0 pain in literal minutes. You guys, the truth is that when you silence your pain, okay, with painkillers, with drugs, with alcohol, with binge eating, whatever that is, you're actually silencing your truth. And pain is just the messenger, okay? Pain is just the messenger showed up to tell you that something is wrong, and we have been taught to silence our messenger. And when you silence your messenger will get louder and louder until you listen. The second you allow your messenger to speak, which is your truth, the pain goes away. So you guys get a pen and paper because I'm going to be teaching you the 7 keys absolutely free. Why is it so critical that you get these 7 keys? Well, I'll tell you. I spent the last 10 years and over $15,000 in certifications to learn these 7 keys that I give you for absolutely free. These keys are absolutely life-changing. How do I know? Because in the last 10 years, I have helped hundreds of people across the world heal themselves with truth. So when you have these 7 keys, when you learn how to start trusting your intuition, you guys, your intuition is your gift from God. Your intuition is discernment that never lies. It always tells the truth and has a 99.9% accuracy. Thank you, love. So if you guys want to learn the free keys, stick around. Okay, I teach you all 7 keys. They're absolutely free. I teach you how to connect to your intuition because let's be honest, you spent the last 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 years gaslighting yourself, telling yourself that you needed external validation to heal yourself. When the truth is that the day you were born, you had a gift. It was called discernment. You had a gift. It was called intuition. And that intuition never lies. It cannot lie, and it always tells the truth. So when you learn how to tap back into your intuition, how to get your yes and no, yay, got your pen and paper, you will become unstoppable. You will break free from the matrix. You will become free from your pain, and you will know the truth in any situation, okay? But don't take my word for it, you guys. Stick around because I give these keys for free. So key #1 is that you literally have a gift. And that when you have pain, it is the messenger coming to tell you that something's wrong. So they told us since we were kids, yes, fairy girl. So they told us ever since we were kids, and you guys, I fell victim to that too, right? Every time my kid had a pain or a sickness or a headache or an earache, I ran to my medicine cabinet and I silenced the messenger. The messenger was just trying to say, hey, there's something wrong here. Now, with the 7 keys, it could be physical, but most likely it's spiritual. And we're going to go through what those other 6 keys are. Because a lot of you guys are tired, you're triggered, you're overwhelmed, you're feeling sick, you have 10/10 chronic pain, you go to the doctors and you're gaslit and you're told nothing's wrong. That pain is normal, okay? I had severe migraines from when I was 21 all the way to 32 years old. I was told that it was normal. I just had migraines and that the pain is normal. Take this medication, okay? That's not true, okay? So pain is just the secret language of the body. Pain is how our messenger communicates with us that something's not wrong or something is wrong. So what happens is when you silence the messenger gets louder and louder and louder until you listen. And the second you hear the messenger and you get the message, guess what? The messenger leaves. The pain leaves. So I'm going to teach you how not only to get your yes and no, but I teach you the 7 keys absolutely free. So key #1, you guys, that is the secret language of the body, is pain. Pain is just a messenger. When you silence your truth, you are silencing your messenger. The messenger will get louder and louder until you listen. That's all pain is, okay? Who's ready for the next key? Who's ready for the next key? So you guys, we're going to spend the next hour going through all 7 keys, and then at the end of the hour, or sorry, around 9:30, we're going to do one-on-ones where we will literally take people from a 10-10 pain to a 0. I come on live every single day and teach these keys for free. Why? Because God told me to. Because after 10 years and certifications, over $15,000 spent, I certified in one more modality. It was $1,000 for MAP. And after I got in, I knew exactly that I had made a mistake, that I knew everything that she was teaching, that she had this big elaborate program and system, and I was done. I said, God, this is ridiculous. People just need their yes and no, and they just need the 7 keys. And he said, yeah, I know. So go tell them. Okay? So I have a free guide where I teach you all these keys for free. I teach you how to get your yes and no. Okay? That is so important. That is so important. So key number 1, you guys, when you stop silencing your pain, you stop silencing your truth. Key number 2 is it could be physical. Okay? Sometimes we have pain and it's caused from something physical. And it's either going to be under one of these 3 things, because when you clear the parasites or you clear the toxins or you figure out what the nutrient deficiency, your body knows how to take care of itself. But the problem is, you guys, the problem is that you'll go to the doctors and you tell them you want to test for parasites. They're going to call you crazy, especially in America. That's a third world problem. That's a lie. Okay, people do in America have parasites. But the problem is you are doing the parasite cleanses and you actually don't have a parasite problem. You have a spiritual problem. A lot of you guys are doing toxin detoxes when you don't have a toxic overload. You have a spiritual problem. A lot of you guys are taking vitamins that are actual garbage that do absolutely nothing for you. And the truth is, you guys, and I teach you in my $27 guide, how to know exactly the efficacy, the efficiency of what you're taking. And so if you test yes for a parasite, you want to know which one. And then when you know which one, you want to know exactly what product to take. And then when you test which product to take, you want to make sure that it's 90 to 100% effective to get to the root cause. And if it's not, we're not wasting our time and we're not wasting our money. Okay? Fairy girl, I think I have quite a few absorbed and generational. Seems very strong. Yeah, we can test tonight, love. So you guys, key number 2, if it is physical, your body is an instrument and you can literally use your body to test with a 99.9% accuracy what is wrong with you. I'm not the only one that teaches this. Doctors have figured this out. Chiropractors have figured this out. Holistic regenerative medicine practitioners have figured this out. That they can use their body or your body as an instrument to get exactly to the root cause of your problem in seconds. But the problem is that you have to take these $1,000 certifications to learn these tools, and that's just not okay. So I teach them for free. Okay? I teach you how to get your yes and no, so that if you do test yes to the physical key, I have charts in my $27 guide so you can say what parasite, what toxin, what nutrient deficiency. Does this make sense, you guys? And then if you test for one of those things, what product do I need to take that will get to 90% or 100% to the root cause and clear that? Okay, in my $27 guide, I teach you how to test yes or no. So let's go to the next key. Okay, there's 7 keys. I give you all 7 keys for free. It took me over 10 years and $15,000 in certifications to learn these keys. Okay, I wish somebody would have given me a beautiful guide for $27 that laid it all out for me. It would have saved me a lot of time, a lot of money, and a lot of heartache, and a lot of unnecessary painkillers. And I would have been a better mom because I would have listened to my child's pain instead of gaslighting them. I would have asked if my child's headache or stomach ache or ear pain was something generational or physical or spiritual instead of just putting medicine on them. Okay? So we're going through the 7 keys. Key number 1, your body literally speaks to you every day. When something's not right, the messenger shows up, and the messenger is pain. When you silence the messenger, you silence your truth, and the pain gets louder and louder until you listen. The second you get the message from the messenger, guess what? The pain goes away. She goes away. Yay, Jenna Love. Thank you, Queen. I had the pleasure of working with a soul sister today, Miss Jenna Love, who is already so spiritually gifted and in tune with her body. I just held space and she did all the work. It was incredible. So good job, Jenna. So you guys, we're going through the 7 keys, and I use the 7 keys in my one-on-one too. So when you have the 7 keys and you have my $27 guide, you can do exactly what I do with my beautiful clients and friends, okay? Because the truth is that when you get your yes and no and you have the 7 keys, you can unlock your healing in minutes. In minutes. Don't believe me? Get my free guide, figure it out for yourself. Watch as we do one-on-ones tonight for free, live, so that it gives you permission to know that these keys actually work. Yes, me too, Jenna. So we're going through the keys. We already went through the first key. The second key is it could be physical. I have yet to do a TikTok live where somebody had something physical. Just saying. The next key is emotional. It's an emotional key. Do you know that you can have a 10-10 chronic pain, chest pain, back pain, neck pain, headaches from a trapped emotion? A trapped emotional trauma could be this. It could be a sexual trauma, a physical trauma, an emotional trauma, a spiritual trauma, or a religious trauma. Any type of those traumas that you have experienced as a child from anywhere from 0 to 25 years old, you did not have the mental capacity to tell yourself the truth about that situation. When I was being physically abused and sexually abused as a child, I did not have the mental capacity to tell myself the truth about that situation. So therefore, my body protected me from those traumas and waited until I was an adult to bring those up. But the problem is the messenger showed up. She said, hey, there's something here. There's a problem here. There's a pain here that needs to leave, that you're ready to process. And what did I do? What did I do? What I was trained to do? I took the painkiller. I silenced the messenger. And then the messenger got louder and louder and louder until I couldn't silence her anymore. And I had to go to the doctors. And I said, doctors, there's something wrong with me. Oh, no, your pain is normal. It's fine. Your labs are clear. So if you ever had any of those traumas as a child and you have not gone back and told that little girl or that little boy the truth about that experience, they are still stuck there, alone, sad, broken, hurt, waiting for you to go back and tell them the truth. So this process is so simple and it's so easy. It does not take years of talk therapy. It does not need you to process and go through that scenario over and over again, okay? Your body doesn't know the difference between you thinking of the trauma and actually feeling the trauma, okay? In your mind, it's happening over and over again. So in my system, as soon as we get yes to the trauma, as soon as we know the age, as soon as we recognize that, we clear it instantly. In minutes, okay? Let's go to the next key. So we're going through the 7 keys, you guys. I teach you the 7 keys absolutely free. I teach you how to get a yes or a no absolutely free. Why do I teach this for free? Because God told me to. And because these keys are so powerful, I've seen hundreds of people across the world go from a 10-10 pain to a 0 pain in literal minutes. So if you're watching this video and you are suffering right now with chronic pain and you've tried everything, get my free guide, follow along, and watch how I do this. It is so simple. It is so simple that when I started recognizing the miracles that were happening left and right, and people are like, are you a psychic? Are you a healer? Are you a saver? I said, no, I'm none of those things. You are. You did it, not me. So you guys, when we do these one-on-ones, I just hold space and you do the work, okay? And that is why they don't want us to know these things. Because the second you learn these keys and the second you learn how to test your yes and no, it is game over. They can never, ever profit off of you again. Because you will know the truth of what's wrong with you and you'll be able to clear your pain for free. Okay? So let's go to the next key. Okay? Number 1, does this work on internal pain, muscular pain? This works on everything. Do you use muscle testing? I am certified in muscle testing. In my free guide, I do teach the body sway test, how to get a yes or no. So it does take longer, right? Because you're using your entire body to get a yes or a no. And that I teach you for absolutely free. Now, in my $27 guide, I do not use muscle testing. I use intuitive testing. It is a technique that I learned in Germany called Innerwise. And it is the most simplest, stupid, simple, easy system to get your yes and no. My kids can do it, okay? When I certified in muscle testing, I was too special needs. I couldn't figure it out. I was trying to do this with my fingers and this with my fingers and this with my fingers, and I just couldn't figure it out, you guys. And if you can, that's great, but it didn't work for me. So in my $27 guide, I teach you what I learned in Germany, and I give you all 7 keys and all the charts. It's literally everything you need in a guide that took me over 10 years of certifications and over $15,000. Simple, simple, easy. It's supposed to be simple. It's supposed to be easy, you guys. It's not supposed to be this complicated years of research for people to heal themselves. It's baloney. So we're going through the 7 keys tonight, you guys. Write them down. If you don't have time, get my free guide. Follow me. Make sure you don't lose me. Okay? So we talked about key number 1. You guys, key number 1 is just becoming aware. If you have headaches, migraines, money blocks, relationship problems. Hey, love. Whatever the problem is, that is key 1. Yes, Joy, you 100% can do proxy for your son. 100% you can test for your son, and I teach that in my $27 guide. You have perfect teeth, thanks. Paid a lot of money for braces. I can get a yes and a no through Clear Audience. These other questions and info is super helpful. Yes, Tanya, perfect. Yeah, so a lot of people already are in tune with their yes and their no. So after working with hundreds of women, I recognize there's several different Claires. And this is why church leaders cannot teach someone how to get their own personal revelation, because personal revelation is different for everyone. Some people see, some people hear, some people smell, some people taste, some people feel. So that's why I teach you in my $27 guide how to get a yes or a no, how to get a yes or a no using your body. And you'll realize that over time, your yes feels a certain way. Your yes sounds a certain way. Your yes, you hear things. Your yes, you feel things, okay? It's different for you than it is everyone else. But after years of doing this, you start to recognize your intuition, how your intuition sounds and feels. So then the intuitive testing becomes what? Second confirmation. Your intuition is the first, the testing is second confirmation. So thank you for sharing that. She said she's a Claire, she can hear. She can hear a yes and she can hear a no, but with the 7 keys, you guys, it helps her to get to the root quicker. So you guys, the 7 keys are what I developed over 10 years and 10 different certifications and over $15,000. Because I recognized each person taught something different. And I embodied and learned through my own personal experience all 7 keys. There's nothing you will not find in these keys. Every single thing that could be wrong is in these keys. Okay? So, key number 1, if you have a headache, a migraine, fibromyalgia, the C word, back pain, relationship problems, money blocks, that is key number 1, becoming aware and listening to the messenger. Okay? The messenger doesn't always have to scream pain. You can know if you're in a toxic relationship or you're sucking at money, receiving money. Okay? So, that is key 1. Key number 2, is it physical? Is there something physically going on in my body that's causing me pain? Is there something physically going on where I have a money block or a relationship block? It could be. It could be. Is there something that's trapped emotionally that's causing me to have a pain or a money block or something in my relationships? Is there something, this is the next key, you guys, generational. Generational trauma, you guys. This has been proven through science, through epigenetics. They have literally proven generational trauma through mice, which means mice have had fears, phobias, sicknesses, diseases passed down generationally. So if you're struggling with a fear that you don't know why, if you're struggling with phobias and you don't know why, if you're struggling with money blocks and you don't know why, it could be generational. If you have certain diseases, could be generational, right? They have proven this. So now we have a 10-10 pain. We go to the doctors. They do labs. They say, everything's fine, sweetheart. You're fine. They gaslight your trauma. They gaslight your pain. They're not going to ask if you have generational trauma. But when you have the 7 keys and you get your yes and no, you can test and you can ask. So I test and I ask, is it generational trauma? Do I need to know more? Did it come from mom or dad? How many generations back? What was the emotion? Okay. Once you listen to the messenger, once you allow the messenger to talk, you guys, she goes away and she takes the pain with her. Pain is just communication. And the faster you can learn that and the faster you can become in tune with the messenger, right? I never have pain. I never have sickness. I never have anxiety. I never have depression. Why? Because I have the keys. Because when my messenger shows up to tell me something's wrong, I listen to her. I say, hey, what's going on? Where's this chest pain from? Is it physical? Is it emotion? Is it generational? Oh, shoot, it's not. Let's go to the next key. Is it absorbed? Is it absorbed? How many of you are in here are my empaths? Yes, my guides have also shown me keys a lot lately. Now I know what the keys are. Yes, Tanya. Where are my empaths? Where are my queens? Where are my kings? That feel energy. Not only do you feel energy, but you take in other people's energy. You're exhausted. Yes. Look at all these. Joy. Fairy girl. Yes. Rose. Kaylee. Kat. Amy. Meg. Yes. Tanya. You guys, so many of us are empaths. And this is what happens. I'm going to teach you a little lesson in quantum entanglement. How many of you guys have heard of quantum entanglement? Okay, quantum entanglement is just when our energies combine, you guys, they entangle with each other. That's why when you walk into a room of mean girls or toxic people, or you get the ick sometimes, it's because your energy is literally picking up on their energy, okay? You can be sitting next to someone in church and have no idea because they have a smile on their face that they are literally suffering and wanting to die. But you're sitting next to them and you're picking up on this energy. And then sometimes what happens is when you leave, guess what? You leave with some of their energy. And so you've taken on that energy as your own. And sometimes you don't even know what that energy is, but you were sitting in someone's stuff long enough for you to pick it up and take it home. So what happens when you go home and you have chest pain all of a sudden, or a stomach pain all of a sudden, or a headache, or a migraine? You can test. You can test. Did I just take home someone's absorbed energy? Did I absorb someone's energy? If you get a yes, guess what? You can clear it instantly. You can literally command it to leave your body instantly. Send it back to sender. Goodbye. It's not mine. You guys, these keys work so quickly. These keys work so incredibly quickly. You are going to see tonight that we are going to work on people who have a 10-10 pain. And all we're going to do is clear one absorbed energy. One that they picked up when they were 5, 10, 15, 20, 30 years old. And guess what? Their body has been telling them for a long time. The messenger has been saying, you don't need this. But she had to get so loud, she was literally screaming at you. And you guys, for the first time, we're going to hold sacred space and you're going to hear the messenger. And she's going to tell you, hey, finally, this energy is not yours. You can release it. And you're going to release it. And guess what? Your pain is going to go from a 10 to a 0 in literal minutes. Delete it. Never had the pain, but I feel tired or heavy. Elaine, I see you, queen. Elaine, I see you, queen. Elmos, I see you. So you guys, I'm here to tell you that I'm not your savior. I'm not your healer. All I do is I teach people how to fish so that you never have to rely on somebody else again. I'm going to teach you how to do this yourself so you never, ever, ever, ever again get gaslit when you have emotional pain, when you're suffering with migraines, when you feel like you're going to die, to have a doctor say, I don't know what's wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with you. Your labs are clear. You're fine. You're making it up. So you guys, I give you the keys absolutely free in my free guide. I give you all 7 keys and I teach you how to get a yes or a no. Now, if you want the advanced guide, I will teach you exactly how to do what I'm doing on this live right now. I will teach you how to test in seconds. I will give you all the keys, all the questions, all the guides, and how to do this proxy. And on top of that, I'm going to give you how to check if you have money blocks. Because let's be honest, there's a lot of people struggling to make a buck right now, and you shouldn't be. And the problem is that it's not because of effort. It's not because you're not working your butt off. It's because you have emotional trauma or generational trauma or something spiritually that's blocking you from making the money. Okay? Viral CC, not pain, but I have chronic cough and blocked nose and fatigue. So that would be key number 1. Becoming aware. What is the problem? Now let's test what is causing this to the root. And you're going to ask your body, and your body is going to tell you exactly within 99.9% accuracy what the root is. I'm not the only one that teaches this. They have proven this. Scientists, doctors have proven these keys work. They have proven that your body is an instrument and can test with a 99.9% accuracy. Why is this not all over? Why are people not shouting this at the rooftops? Because they cannot profit off of a healed people who know how to heal themselves for free. And that is it. Okay? That is 100% it. And that's why when you're a child, they said if we can get them to silence their truth the second they're born, they will never, ever, ever know how powerful they are. They will never learn that the second that their messenger speaks, they can listen and the pain will leave. Okay? You guys follow me, download my guide, and share it with as many people as you can. This is how we are going to bring heaven on earth and break the matrix. We need to do it collectively. I'm only one person. I can only reach so many people every night on TikTok. Okay? I need your help. Please share this with as many people. If you know someone sick or suffering with anxiety or depression or chronic pain, give them the gift of the free guide. Okay? So let's go to the next key. Let's go to the next key. So key number 1, your body is literally a messenger. It's a map that holds everything until you're ready to clear it. And then on top of that, we have a beautiful messenger that speaks to us through pain. Pain is just communication. When you silence the messenger, you silence your truth. And the only way you can get through your pain is through it with the truth. And she's going to get louder and he's going to get louder and louder and louder until you listen. The second you listen to her or him, guess what? She goes away. She takes the pain with her. The message. Does this make sense? It is that easy. Key number 2, it could be physical. So in my $27 guide, you guys, I have charts. It's either a parasite, a toxin, or a nutrient deficiency. I have a list of all of them. You will list, yeah, you can have a couple, you'll know, and then you want to know exactly what to take or to clear. That's going to get to 90 to 100% of the root. And if it's not going to, you're not wasting your money. Okay? Key number 3, it could be an emotional trauma. If you've ever had physical, sexual, religious trauma as a child, any type of trauma as a child, and you have not gone back and told that little girl, that little boy the truth, you most likely have a trapped emotional trauma. It could be generational, you guys. It could be passed down from mom and dad, generations. It could be absorbed energy. Okay? Let's go to the next key. So you guys, the next key, Elaine, I'm going to write you down, love. You'll be my first, okay? Yeah, a young adult, Heather, it can happen as a young adult too. But a lot of these things that people have been dealing with chronically for a long time, it usually stems from childhood. So let's go to the next key, you guys. So I am a Christian. I love God, love Jesus, love Heavenly Mother, okay? It always bothered me as a Christian when we would read scripture about Jesus Christ casting demonic entities out of people. It always bothered me when Jesus would talk or teach to Peter, James, and John about casting out demonic entities. And then here I am, a Christian, having my own demonic entities attacking me as a little girl. I was 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7. Only to then later realize that people gaslight people who say they see spiritual things. That we are throwing people into the mental hospitals when they are literally telling people that I'm seeing demonic entities. I'm seeing things that don't look right. I'm hearing things, right? And we call them crazy. We call them Satan worshipers. We call them low vibrational beings. When that is so, so far from the truth, you guys. That absolutely breaks my heart. Because when I was a little girl, Natalie, you lost me. What did I lose you, Queen? A Christian who believes in demonic entities, okay? When I was 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, okay, I saw dark shadow entities, okay? They would physically silence me. If you don't believe in demonic entities, that's fine. Maybe you believe in dark energy. Maybe you believe in shadow work. Change the language to work for you. But for me, I literally could see the spiritual realm of darkness. Okay? And I was terrified. And then into my adult years, though, after I had learned to become certified in Reiki, I learned about demonology. Like, I learned so much about scripture. I realized how powerful I was, and then those demonic entities never bothered me again. Yeah. Yeah, so lots of people who've seen those things. So at 30, I think I was 35 or 36, I saw the tall shadow hat man in my kitchen. Okay, I came home from a session, saw him in my kitchen. He saw me, I saw it. And in that moment, you guys, I didn't even have to say anything. It ran out of my kitchen so fast. And I was like, damn straight, right? Because I know my worth. I know my power. You guys, Jesus knew his worth and his power. He saw and cast out those demonic entities. He was not a lower vibrational frequency being. The veil was thin. He could see those. The veil is thin for some people and they can see the other side of the realm. Okay? So I'm not here to teach you or convince you what I believe. I'm just saying if you test yes to the spiritual key, you could be physically being hurt and attacked by the spiritual realm. Okay? So when people say, well, you're a lower vibrational frequency and that's why you're being attacked, I was 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years old. I was a pure, innocent child. Okay? I was not a lower vibrational frequency being. And then again, when I was 36 and saw the tall shadow hat man, I was literally in scripture every day. I was literally doing spiritual work and I saw them, not because I was a lower vibrational frequency being, it's because the veil was thin. Now, with that being said, some people do experience these things because they do open up portals to darkness, because they do find themselves stuck in pornography. Thanks, love. They do find themselves stuck in alcohol or addictions or things like that because, yes, those demonic entities love to feed on fear. They love to feed on depression, right? But they can also show up right before a massive spiritual awakening because they feel the shift. So if you test yes for spiritual, all I want you to know is you can clear it. You can clear it in literal seconds. Yes, I saw the shadow hat man. Do people know scripture speaks about these things as well? Yeah, and that's why I was always so confused, because we literally read these things in scripture. We literally have Jesus telling you that Jesus can prick your heel, but you can crush his head. These weren't metaphors, okay? And if you think they're metaphors, then that's great. Like, I'm not here to convince you otherwise, because some people have never seen demonic entities, but maybe they felt them. Maybe they have physical pain and they don't recognize or realize they're dealing with something spiritual. So when you have the spiritual key, you can unlock it. You don't have to do a deep dive into a dirty diaper to know it's a dirty diaper. So if you test, yes, it's spiritual, it's a dirty diaper. You just throw it away. You cast it out. So that's all I'm trying to say with these keys. Okay? Oh, really? I just got closure the other day on when I saw the Hat Man as a kid. Yeah. You guys watch K-pop Demon Hunters. They literally put these things in movies. Okay, the tall shadow hat man is literally in K-pop Demon Hunters. Right before when? Right before she realizes her worth and power, and there was a huge shift in consciousness, awareness, he shows up. Okay? So, Reiki is demonic. It is absolutely not demonic, Lily. Reiki is a form of energy work. Now, with that being said, there are some instructors, teachers who do not get their teachings from the light. Just like there's some pastors or preachers or healers who choose to get their light or energy from somewhere else. So for me, energy work is just learning about energy. And the very first thing God said was, let there be light. And what is light? Energy. So as a certified Reiki master, the only thing that it really taught me was how to become more aware of energy, how to become aware of how my energy felt around certain people, to be aware that I can move energy, that everything is energy, okay? But if you believe that it is, then I'm not for you, and you don't need to waste your time on my life, okay? I only attract those of the highest vibrational frequency. My antenna has been turned on to activate and to teach those ready to listen. So I do not cast my pearls before swine, okay? So my pearls are cast before those who are ready to listen. And I'm so excited to teach you guys, because so far in the last 10 years, I have not seen anyone teaching this for free. I have not seen anyone teaching you the keys for free and teaching you the most powerful thing you have is your intuition and how to heal yourself in literal seconds. Okay? So, yeah, and some people believe in only energy and universe and not the Bible BS, right? So I'm not here to teach religion. I'm just here to teach truth. I'm here to teach the 7 keys. And I'm here to teach you that you have a gift called your intuition. It is your discernment. It never lies. It always tells the truth. So when you have someone speaking to you, just like I am, you don't have to believe a word I say. In fact, take everything with a grain of salt and take it to the Lord. Take it to God. Take it straight to source. And source will never lead you astray, ever. It can't. It can't. It's impossible. So when you have the 7 keys, you have your yes and no, which is your discernment. You will never be led astray. And you will always 100% test 99.9% accurately for you. Not me. Hey, Brandy. So we're going through the keys, you guys. We just went through this key, the spiritual key. We have one more key left. We have one more key left, which means in 10 minutes, we are going to be doing one-on-ones. We're literally going to be taking people with a 10-10 pain and we're going to get them to a 0 in minutes. How do we do this? Well, I teach you how I do this for free. So you can get my free guide. Make sure you're following me. You can get my free guide by clicking in my profile, my picture. In my profile, I have my Stan Store. You can get my free guide. Now, if you want to learn how I'm doing this for other people, if you want to learn and have all the charts so you know exactly what the root is, and if you want to be able to do this proxy for your friends, your family, if you're a mom and you want to do this with your kids, or maybe you already do Reiki, or you are a psychic or a medium or a healer and you have a practice and you want to help your clients get to a yes and no in seconds, you guys, I teach you exactly how to do that in my $27 guide. Okay? If you missed it and you're just jumping on, that's totally fine. Yeah, so key number 1 is your body speaks to you through pain. Pain is just the messenger. Key number 2, it could be physical. Key number 3, it could be emotional. Key number 4, it could be generational. Key number 5, it could be absorbed. Key number 6, it could be, does anyone know? Spiritual. So there's an upside to spiritual, you guys. How many of you guys have been dealing with ringing in the ears, feeling like you've been swimming underwater, massive fatigue? I'm talking like, sorry, I spelled, I don't worry about spelling. I spell things wrong all the time. So how many of you guys have been feeling all of the above? Like my ears, you guys have been ringing nonstop for so long. Massive fatigue too. The last couple days, I've been taking like 3 to 4 hour naps, passed out cold. So you guys, in this spiritual key, there's an upside and a downside. So the upside, if you test yes to spiritual, it could be integration. It could be ascension. So all of my queens on here, all of my kings on here, you're actually dealing with ascension. So if you've been paying attention, the Earth's Schumann resonance has been off the charts, energetically shooting off the charts. The sun is beaming brighter than it ever has before. So we are literally vibrating at a higher vibrational frequencies. Our bodies are ascending. The earth is ascending, right? The poles have shifted. So our bodies are just trying to catch up. So our bodies are physically trying to catch up to the ascension, to the higher vibration, to the awakening, the mass awakening. Thanks, love. So now that you have the 7 keys, yes, frequencies are changing. Now that you have the 7 keys, you can test. Is it spiritual? And if it's the good side, you can ask, is it integration? Is it ascension? And if it's ascension, then you know that you just need to give yourself some sacred space to sleep and to integrate, to drink clean water, to get some grounding, to get some sunshine. Go hug a freaking tree. Where are my tree huggers? I love hugging trees. Okay? Fastest way for you to ground is go hug a tree. Thank you, Vega. So we're going to go to the very last key, you guys. So we're going to go to the last key. This is where I sometimes lose people. And this is where people who are ready to hear truth will hear this key. Now, one thing that I will say about these 7 keys is that you can change the language to mean something that works for you. So remember when I brought up the spiritual key, I lost a lot of people because they said, well, I don't believe in demonic entities. I do not believe those are real. Okay? Change the language. What do you believe about the dark side? Do you believe that there's dark energy? Do you believe that you can be carrying energy that is hurting your body that you can send? Do you believe in shadow work? Like whatever you believe in. So you guys, this key, I want you to change the language to make sense for you. Okay? So I'm going to tell you a personal experience that happened to me and how I awakened this key. There can't be light without dark, so sure there is, okay? I feel like my animal pets clear my energy all the time. Mars, yes, I'm actually launching a guide for animals, for people to speak to their animals and how to clear and heal and test their animals, because you're 100% right. Black magic, there is such thing as black magic, okay? But there's a good side of black magic too. Black magic is just fear, letting go of the fear, okay? But that's in my spiritual mastery course that we talk about that. Okay, so how I came across this last key, and then we're going to be doing one-on-ones, you guys, in about 6 minutes. So I started to develop chest pain. It was so severe, I felt like my ribs were literally crushing in on themselves. And this had been going on for about 2-3 weeks. And when I finally took my own advice and I asked my body, what is this pain in my chest? I was like, what is this pain in my chest? And my body, loud and clear, said it is not from this lifetime. So that was the very first time I had even ever thought about something that could be causing me pain couldn't be from this lifetime. And I was like, what does that even mean? Like, okay. So a couple days later, because I am hard-headed, the pain was getting worse. I was going on almost 4 weeks of this pain. I didn't have a fever. I didn't have a cough. I didn't have pneumonia. This is way before COVID. So I asked my chest, my pain again. I asked the messenger, what is this pain? And loud and clear, it said it was not from this lifetime. So I did what every good Samaritan does. I went on YouTube and I researched past life meditation. So I did a past life meditation and I found myself in a vision of a beautiful redheaded woman sitting in a castle, pouring her eyes out, bawling. And I felt every emotion she felt. You see, she had worth, but it was less than a dog. She only had value to produce male heirs. And other than that, she was not to be seen. She was not to be heard. She had one job and that was it. And so here I am feeling all these emotions in this life. Wow, I'm a woman. Wow, sometimes I feel less than the dog in my religion because I'm not seen with spiritual gifts, and nor should I have spiritual gifts, nor am I allowed to activate them or use them. So that happened, okay? So now I have unlocked what I believe, a belief in multiple lives, past lives. I'm not here to teach you anything that doesn't feel comfortable or right. So change the language. Do you believe you are an internal being that had an existence before you came into this earth and that you will have an existence when you leave this earth? If it's a yes, the key will work. If you don't believe in anything before here and nothing after, this is it, then it's just not for you. Just don't test that key. So I reached out to a mentor who I trusted, who had been brought up in my same religious background. So I felt safe and I asked if she would do a session on me. I told her about my chest pain and that was it. So in the midst of my session with her, it was about 5 to 10 minutes. I finally said, hey, I think I believe in multiple lives, in multiple probations. And she said, oh, good. She's like, so do I. She's like, I see a little redheaded girl running through the fields. You guys, the second that she said that, it was like a lightning bolt shook through my entire body, and every single cell in my body said yes. It was confirmation on a soul level. And within seconds, my chest pain was completely gone. The chest pain that I had for going 3 to 4 weeks was completely gone. And in that moment, I knew that I had unlocked something big. And so, of course, I did my research. And then I've worked with hundreds, if not thousands of people who had personal experiences clearing keys from past lives. Now, I have said on my live before that I am a Christian. I love God and I love Jesus. And I do read scripture. And if you do the work, you can find this within scripture. But don't take my word for it. You ask. Ask and you shall receive. Knock and the door will be open to you. Okay? So, those are the 7 keys. Those are the 7 keys. I love the 7 keys. I give you all 7 keys for free. Now go learn your yes and no, how to get your yes and no. I teach you for free in my free guide, and then use the 7 keys. And I'm going to teach you exactly how to use these keys. Yes, love, this will work for chronic disease. That is key number 1. You're so welcome, Aisha. Okay, so this is what we are going to do. In the next hour, we are going to be using these keys. I'm going to be taking people who have a 10-10 pain, and they are going to get to a 0 in minutes using these keys. You guys, I do this every single day. If you want to learn exactly how to do this too, it's in my $27 advanced guide. I teach you how to get your yes and no and all the keys. Mars, I've tried past life regressions, meditations, and either I'm too blocked or I am a new soul. So guess what? With the 7 keys and how to get your yes and no, you can ask, have I had multiple past lives? Yes or no. If I did, do I have a block? Yes or no. Which key? Show me the key. Okay. So this is what I want you guys to do. Full clarity for $27. Yep. I don't know what's funny about that, Selena, but I can tell you, you are more than welcome to go spend 10 years and over $15,000 in certifications to come up with the same guide. The link is in my bio. All right, so this is what I want you guys to do. If you have a 10-10 pain and you would like to be put on my list, you're welcome, Tanya. If you have a 10-10 pain and you want me to put you on the list, I need you to put your pain level and I need you to put, I give you permission. So I'm going to write down the first 10 people and then we are going to be doing this together. I'm going to show you that this works. Okay, so I have Esme. Elaine, if you're still here, you're still first love. And then I have Esme. Elaine. Okay, so I got you, Elaine. Let me go back up here. Okay, Sarah. Chels. Now, for those of you guys who don't get on my list, I'm not here to be a healer or to do readings. I'm here to show people that these keys work because a lot of people have to see it for their own eyes, right? What I want you to do is I want you to get the free guide and learn these keys. And not only that, I want you to share them with everybody you know. This is free information. It should be free, okay? I'm just one person. I need your guys' help to share the keys. I need your help to get the word out that you can heal yourself, that you have a gift of discernment, it's your intuition, and that you, with the 7 keys, will unlock yourself from the matrix instantly. Okay? I see you, fairy girl. Very girly. Okay, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, one more. JJ. Fulgenzi. Okay, Christina. I see you, love. I'll put you down. So you're number 11. Okay. All right, so you guys, I have my list of 10. If I don't get you tonight, I go live every single day. Okay, but I also give you this information so you can do it at home. And I know so many people who doubt themselves, and that is just proof that you've been gaslit. So for those of you who are at home saying, well, I can't do this, it's too good to be true, nobody can heal me, I can't heal myself, you have been gaslit. You have drinking the Kool-Aid of lies and you're believing them. Okay? Get the free guide. I literally give you every single thing you need to be able to do this. Now, if you want to do it faster and you want to do this for other people, then get my $27 guide. Is the screen lagging? It does that. I'm sorry. Stephanie Colin, I love that queen. She's like, I doubted and it worked. I know. Trust me, I doubted too, right? It wasn't until I saw women in my circles being able to test so quickly and clear in seconds. It wasn't until after I literally worked on over hundreds of people across the entire globe. I would literally see people being healed in front of my eyes. I saw people sitting in chairs, immobile, not able to walk, and then within minutes walking around with no pain. And I was like, this is incredible. Why doesn't everybody know this? And that's why I got upset with God when I realized how easy it was. I told God, I said, I spent 10 years and $15,000 in certifications. This is not okay. Okay, so I had it out with him, and he said, Heather, you've asked me since you were a little girl that you wanted to be used as an instrument in my hands. Okay, that has always been my prayer, to be of service, to defend the little guy, to defend the broken ones, right? To give the shirt off of my back to the person who doesn't have a shirt. And so that's why I give these keys for free. And yes, I charge $27 for my advanced intuitive testing guide. I could easily charge $500 and I would be totally okay with that because I know the worth and the value. I could charge $1 million for those keys and I would be totally okay with it because I know its worth and I know its value. Okay, so I have Elaine and then Esme, then Sarah, then Chels, then Amelia, then Sunshine, then Saham Ali, then Sunshine. Oh, I wrote you twice, Sunshine. And then Fairy, Girly, JJ, and then Christina. Okay, so that's the order we're going to go in. If you didn't make it on the list, that's okay. Sometimes people don't show up or they leave. Get my free guide. I'm not your savior. I'm not your healer. I'm teaching you these keys 100% for free. So you have no more excuses. Okay, but some people, I will tell you, they hold on to their pain because they don't know who they are without it. Who am I without my sickness and my pain? Who am I without my trauma? Okay? And that's just how it is. Okay, Elaine. Hey, Millie. Welcome, love. And before we get started, we're going to work with Elaine first. You guys, I do have a spiritual mastery course. So this is for the women who feel called at a soul level to bring heaven on earth. What does this mean? It means ever since you were a child, you've known you were meant for greatness. Like you have known that you were brought to this earth at this time to help people at a massive level. I'm talking big, but you're not quite sure how to get there. You know you have spiritual gifts. You know that you have gone through immense traumas and trials. Like I am talking about more than the average person. And you're ready to step fully into your spiritual gifts. You're ready to know your purpose. And you're ready to know with a solid foundation through Christ principles. Okay? So God and Jesus is who I work with and Heavenly Mother. So if you work with other source, other creations, this course will still work for you. But just know that this is a Christian-based spiritual mastery course. And it's incredible. So it's $397. But I have a payment option plan. You can join. It's $35 a month. It's incredible. And you will have me and a community for life. This is a lifetime access. Okay? I don't just give you my course and then bye. Okay? You are part of my tribe, my community for life. If you feel called, it is for you. All right. Oh, Rebecca. Is that someone you lost, love? Yes, Vicky. I would love to have you in my group, Queen. Joy, pain from no dinero, 1010. Can I get on the list, please? I give permission. Hey, Joy, so I just got my list, Queen, but make sure you get my free guide. So, Elaine, are you here? Miss Elaine. So I'm going to show you guys exactly how I do this with other people. Oh, I love that, daughter. I prayed today for complete forgiveness and grace for myself and everyone who has ever hurt me. That is the most beautiful and hardest thing that people can do, is forgive their abusers. Food problems. Oh, yes. You can clear that, love. You can get to the root of why there's a problem. Okay? All right. Miss Elaine. Okay, so I'm pinning Elaine. I'm so excited for you, Elaine. Elaine 1010 pain. She gave me permission. Yes. So you guys, I have to have permission to test. If I get a no, I cannot test for people. So in my $27 guide, when I teach you how to do this proxy for other people, if you get a no, then you cannot work on them. So we got a yes. So we're going to ask which key. So she has key number 1. She has a 1010 pain. It could be a money block. It could be a relationship block. That is key number 1. Now we're going to ask which key is going to unlock this pain. Is it the physical key, the emotional key, the spiritual key, the generational key, the past life key? So Elaine, the first key I got was past life. And you guys are going to see on my lives, for whatever reason, I call in women who are ready to clear the persecution's cross. So I call in women who are ready to clear the persecution's cross. The persecution's cross is women who've been silenced multiple times for speaking their truth, whether that was being hung as a witch, drowned in a lake, burned, persecuted. So if I do test yes for persecution's cross, that means, Elaine, persecution's cross, yes. You're ready to step fully into your gifts, Queen, to be fully seen and fully heard. You are a spiritual being. And women need your voice. You hold frequency codes in your voice, which brings instant healing. Okay? Let's go, Elaine. So this will bring her to, do I need to know more? No, this will bring her to a 9, an 8, a 7, a 6, a 5, a 4, a 3, a 2, a 1, a 0 pain. Does she need another key? Yes. Okay. So we're going to ask which key? Physical, emotional, spiritual, generational, past life, absorbed. Elaine, you also absorbed energy, right? You took on someone's energy. It wasn't yours. Does she need to know more? Who am I speaking to? I'm speaking to her messenger, her body. Okay, she gave me permission, so I'm energetically connected. So I'm speaking to her body. I teach you exactly how to do this in my $27 guide. You guys, I'm not a healer. I'm not a savior. I'm not miraculous. I remembered that I have this gift and power, and you do too. Love it, Elaine. My whole body got chills. Oh my gosh. Okay, so she absorbed something. Does she need to know more? No. Does she have another key? No. So what does that mean? It means the messenger can leave. We received the message. Now, what is Elaine going to do? You guys, I've worked with hundreds of people. I've certified in way too many holistic modalities. And they all have this huge, crazy way to release. Okay? The fastest way that you can release pain in your body is through breath and unconditional love. The fastest, most easy, and simplest way. I do not have to teach anyone in any culture, any religion, any race, any belief systems to know what it means to breathe and have unconditional love for themselves. So Elaine, you are going to breathe in unconditional love to the pain. And with each breath out, you're going to see that pain leaving your body. Now, some people are going to cry. Some people are going to get mad. Some people are going to get sweaty and hot. Whatever your body needs to do to release and move this energy, just trust it and just hold sacred space. That's all you're going to do. So as you guys are watching this, I am not healing anybody on this live. I am holding sacred space, giving them permission to do this work, using the keys to tap in and unlock their truth. When you unlock your truth, you allow the messenger to speak. When the messenger speaks and gives you the entire message, she will leave. She is just the messenger. Okay? I teach you exactly how to do this in my $27 guide. Exactly. So Elaine, you let us know, Queen. You let us know, Queen, when that starts dropping from a 10, a 9, an 8, a 7, a 6. And then when you get to a 0, you just mass 0 the screen so that we can all share in your success, okay? Because we're a family, you guys. We're a family. We need each other. We need each other, and we need to share this information to every single person we know, okay? All right, Elaine, good luck, babe. We're here with you. We're supporting you. Esme, thank you, Bridget. Esme, are you here, Queen? Sarah, are you here? Chels, are you here? Esme's here. Okay, perfect. So we're going to pin Esme. Thanks for joining the fan club. Okay, so Miss Esme, we're going to do the same thing. You guys, if you're new here, I teach the 7 keys. You have intuition, which gives you your yes and no. They have proven that your body will test with a 99.9% accuracy what is wrong with you. Okay? Hey, Heather, bestie queen. Thanks for joining, love. So we're going to test Esme. I am going to use intuitive testing. It is what I teach you in my $27 guide, how to get a yes or no and unlock the keys in seconds for Esme. She has given me permission. Yes. Okay, perfect. So I can test. Which key? There's 7 keys. Key number 1 is her pain, her money block, her bad relationship, whatever it is. Thanks for the love. So we're going to ask, thank you, Tammy. So excited to meet you in our one-on-one. Esme, it's physical, emotional, spiritual, generational, past life, absorbed. So Esme absorbed something. Esme absorbed something and it's not hers. And the messenger is trying to tell her that. We need to know more. Yes. It happened age 1 through 5, 5 through 10, 10 through 15, 15 through 20, 20 through 25. It happened at age 21, 22, 23. So Esme, something at 23. Does she need to know more? Yes. Was it from mom, dad, a brother, a sister? Esme, do you have a sister? Oh yeah, PTSD can definitely be caused from something emotionally, generationally. No, sister. Okay, Esme, do you have someone that was like a best friend at age 23? That was more like a sister than a friend? Hey, Dawn, welcome, love. How did I know that? Because I'm testing. I'm testing. So I teach you how to test to get a yes or no on my $27 guide. And it is so easy, even you can do it. She needs to know more. Yes, she needs to know the emotion. Yeah, if you have rheumatoid arthritis, same thing. You can test. This page. 60. Vulnerable. Esme, vulnerable is what you took on at 23. Okay? So does she need to know more? No, so she can clear. So Esme, all you're going to do is you're just going to breathe into that pain in your body. It's not yours, okay? You absorbed it. And it's okay if you don't remember who or when or what. Remember, I told you you can literally be sitting next to someone. They have a smile on their face, but you have no idea that they're literally dying inside. Quantum entanglement is when your energy, right, merges with someone else's, but when you leave, you take on some of their energy with you. So Esme, let us know as you clear that, how that starts to feel. You're just sending it back to sender, or you're just commanding it to leave your body in all dimensions, timelines, and space. Okay? Hey, hey, Elvis. I'm an empath and it's so exhausting. I know. Well, when you have the 7 keys though, you can start clearing absorbed energy so quickly. The second you feel it, you can clear it. So Esme needs another key. Yes. So we're going to ask which key, because this will get her to a 9, an 8, a 7, a 6, a 5, a 4, a 3, a 2, a 1, a 0. But she still needs another key. Okay. So we're going to ask which key. It's physical, emotional, spiritual, generational, past life, absorbed. Another absorbed Esme. Does she need to know more? Nope, she can clear it. Does she have another key? Nope. So that was it. Aw, thank you, Bridget. Sending love to Esme. Okay, Esme, how are you doing? Elaine, how are you doing? It's been a couple minutes. And then you guys let us know in numbers. It is so rewarding to help others. And here's the thing. The cool thing about this is when you teach someone how to heal themselves. So I literally teach people how to fish, heal themselves. It empowers people. It empowers people. So that's why I tell everyone to teach these keys. They're free. It's truth. It is literal, pure truth. I feel extreme chills, but I'm so confused. Just trust what comes, Elaine. So if you're freezing cold, just trust that your body's moving this energy and just keep breathing. So just keep breathing and trust your body. Oh, because the screen lagged. So Elaine, you're clearing a past life and absorbed. What do I need to learn this? So you guys, I give you my free guide. If you want to learn exactly how I'm doing this and helping other people, it's my $27 advanced intuitive testing guide. And there's a link in my profile. So everyone just joining and you didn't go, we went through all 7 keys. I give them to you for free in my free guide. So right now Elaine is processing right now. Okay. Esme, are you still here, Esme? Yes. Elaine, do you want me to test? That is true. That is true. Maybe that's why you're freezing cold. Maybe they kicked you out in the snow or did something. But just trust that that's clearing. Is this like psychic stuff? No, but it feels like it, huh? It feels like it. So you have a gift called your intuition. Esme is feeling cold as well. Interesting. Very interesting. So you guys just trust that it's clearing. Just trust that it's clearing. Okay, Jackie, for you guys who had just jumped on, I teach the 7 keys. So if you're feeling tired, triggered, overwhelmed, right? It's not always physical, it could be spiritual. We're using the 7 keys and your intuition. So your intuition never lies. It always tells the truth. And it will give you a yes and a no. I teach you in my free guide how to get your yes and your no. So once you get your yes and your no, key 1 is the pain, the money block, the relationship block. I want to cry. Let yourself cry, Elaine. That is your body. We're holding sacred space so those emotions come up. Remember I said if you feel like you need to cry, cry. If you feel like you need to scream, scream. We're moving the energy. So you guys, what they're doing is we tapped in to their pain. Their pain is just the messenger. When you listen to the messenger, okay, she leaves. But if you silence the messenger, she stays and gets louder and louder. So we are listening to the messenger in key 1, and we ask the messenger which key is going to unlock the healing so that you can leave. And the messenger says, it's physical, it's emotional, it's spiritual, it's generational, it's past life, it's absorbed. If you don't resonate with one of the keys, change the language. Change the language, okay? If you don't believe in past lives, do you believe that you existed before you came here and when you leave this earth? Change the language to make sense for you, okay? I'm not here to teach religion. I'm just here to teach keys, truth, your truth, to get your answer, okay? So Elaine and Esme, you let us know as you shift in numbers 5, 4, 3 so we can support you. Finn, the basic gift I have is eyes and a mind. Yeah, sure. Finn, how can I help myself overcome addiction? You guys, addiction is just the solution to help you feel good. But oftentimes the addiction just silences the messenger. So we take drugs, we take alcohol, we binge eat. We do things to silence the messenger because we can't deal with the emotions. They're too much. So we're just trying to regulate our nervous system so we feel good. But the problem is we don't feel good and safe in our bodies. So we try to mask and silence the pain. But what happens is, remember when I told you the longer you silence the messenger, the louder they're going to get. They're not leaving until you get the message. So that's why we have an epidemic of dis-ease, disease, chronic mental health, chronic sickness, because people's messengers are screaming at them. So if you have an addiction, the first thing you're going to do is say, I have a drug, an alcohol, a pornography, whatever the addiction is. Which key will unlock the truth so that I can hear my messenger speak so they can leave, the pain can leave. So if you have an addiction, you can say, is there something physical? Is there something emotional? A trauma that happened as a child that I haven't processed yet? Is there something generational? Is there something absorbed? Is there something spiritual, like a familiar, an unclean spirit, a demonic entity? Is there something past life, karmic? Okay? The second you get a yes, and the second your messenger says you don't need to know anymore, she leaves and the pain leaves. The addiction leaves. Does this make sense? It is so simple and easy. That's why I tell everybody to get my free guide, learn these keys, and share them, please. Yes, thank you. Did Elaine comment? Me too. I'm so happy. Be real. Yeah, so Elaine, breath, shaking. Good job. Your body is moving energy. So I just want to share real quickly, you guys, our bodies, when they release energy, they can shake, you can throw up, you can purge, you can get sweaty, you can get really lightheaded, right? This is just emotions moving, okay? They're just emotions moving. If you can just sit and continue to breathe, Continue to breathe. Because the first thing, you guys, do you know the first thing we do when we're in fight or flight or we're in pain, like when we're pushing out babies? We stop breathing. When you stop breathing, you cut off oxygen to your brain. Then your brain produces a stress hormone called cortisol. That cortisol then rushes through your body, which creates belly fat, and it creates inflammation, which we know inflammation is the leading cause of death because inflammation causes disease in the body. So breath and unconditional love is the fastest way to release pain universally. The messenger almost killed me in addiction and after. Yes. Yes. That's why when I teach these keys and people will say, well, childhood trauma is not that big of a deal. Generational trauma is not that big of a deal. Oh, it is. Because if you get a splinter and you just put a Band-Aid on it, and then that splinter gets infected and now your whole hand's infected and you just take some painkillers and now that infection is in your body and now that infection is threatening to take over your life, people have left this world early because they could not deal, nor did they know how to deal with the emotional trauma, the sexual trauma, the physical trauma, okay? So yes, these keys are that powerful and life-saving. Need help with losing my daughter 25 years ago. It feels like it just happened. Yes, Queen. Kathy, I feel you. I lost a child. It took me a year before I was finally able to grieve because I did not have the emotional capacity to handle the loss. So when you are ready and you're just ready to release the pain, you can use the keys. You can use the keys. I am worried about my son. He's 17 and very depressed since the divorce from his dad. Yeah, so a lot of times, you guys, as moms, we can help our children. We can clear the emotional. We can help clear the generational. But I do want to share some advice. You cannot save your children from their traumas or their trials because that is their hashtag training. What do I mean by that? If God came down and plucked me out of all of my trials and all of my traumas, I would not be the woman I am today. I had to go through the sexual trauma. I had to go through the physical trauma. I had to go through the emotional and religious trauma. Why? Because that was my training. That is what I told God I would do in this earth. And when I asked God, why have you forsaken me? And I asked God, why have you forsaken me? And he gave me the most beautiful vision and said, if I would have had plucked you out of that pain, you wouldn't have realized the beauty, the love, the unconditional love. So when Jesus Christ was on the cross and he asked God, why have you forsaken me? He did not for 1 second. He was right there. But he knew that Jesus, first of all, made that promise that he would die for all of us on that cross. And he did. And it was painful and it was horrific. And I bet you in a second, God would have plucked him out of that, but he couldn't. Because he promised Jesus, just like he promised us, that he would allow us to come to this earth and suffer so that we could learn the lesson. So when you have children who are learning their lessons, it's not fun. I'm sure my parents, I put them through a lot too, okay? And I'm sure they prayed for me. So if you can pray for your children and have unconditional love for your children and recognize that they are going through their traumas, trials, which is hashtag training. But you can hold sacred space and not gaslight your child and say, I feel for you. I'm so sorry that you are going through this and that you have depression and that you have pain. And teach them the keys so that they know how to hold sacred space so they can listen to their messenger, so they can listen to the pain. And so that their messenger can say, hey, love, this depression that you're feeling, it's not yours. You can give it away. Okay? All right. Elaine, how are you doing? I am an enabler. I don't like seeing them hurt. Same. I'm an enabler too. I don't think it's an enabler, you guys. It's unconditional love. You can't overlove your child. All right. Sarah, are you still here? And then Elaine and Esme, let me know in the comments how you're doing. Sarah, are you here, Queen? Feeling a bit better. Body's calming down. Good, Elaine. Sarah, I'm here. Okay, perfect. Okay, so you guys, we're going to work on Sarah. So this is what I'm going to do. I teach you exactly how to do this in my $27 guide. Okay, exactly, step by step. First, I'm going to ask if I have permission. Yes, Sarah gave me permission. Hey, Sarah. I know you, Queen. Thanks for all the beautiful messages and comments, too. I appreciate you. All right, so we're going to work with Sarah. She's at are you at a 10-10 pain? Okay. So we're going to use the keys. You guys get your yes and no. You have the 7 keys. Key number 1 is the pain, the money block, the bad relationship, whatever is wrong in your life and you want to fix it. That's key number 1. So we're going to ask, is key number 1 caused by her pain, caused by something physical, emotional, spiritual, generational, past life, absorbed? So for Sarah, the first key is absorbed. We're going to ask the messenger, does she need to know any more? No. So the messenger is saying she can clear this. So when the messenger leaves, this is going to take her pain to a 9, an 8, a 7, a 6, a 5, a 4, a 3, a 2, a 1, a 0. The list, I would say the list is closed only because I have my 10. But if you're on this live and you get on my another live, I go live every day. Just say, hey, I was on your live last night. Put me on the list and I'll get you. Okay, so does she need another key? No. I'm Heather. Does she need another key? Nope. So Sarah, 1 absorbed energy that you didn't even need to know what it is, and that will bring you down to a 0. Of course, Elaine, you can leave the live to get the guide. You're totally fine. Yes, keep your shine. Okay. So Sarah, you're going to let us know when this pain goes from a 10 to a 0. At Esme, I was feeling it too, and I'm so much better. I did not need my Xanax. Oh, good job, you guys. I tried to get the keys and I couldn't. Did you mean you tried to get the free guide, Liz? I got a warm sensation. Ooh, Sarah, I love that. So you guys just remember, for those who are clearing, to breathe. Keep breathing until that pain is completely released. Okay? Unconditional love and breath. So you got the free guide, but you didn't see it. Okay, check your spam, Liz, and check under Heather Ashley, because a lot of people are getting it, but it's going straight to spam. And if you still don't find it, just message me or email, and I'll resend it. Can we clear psoriasis with the keys? Anything. All you're asking for is the root behind the problem. So for psoriasis, it could be physical, a parasite, right? A nutrient deficiency or a toxin, but it could be generational trauma or something emotional, right? The skin is the largest organ in the body. It can show emotions. Our one-on-one is the same day as my early MDR session. Would I be more open spiritually as I walk with the Lord? Tammy, why don't you tap in, Queen? Why don't you see how that feels? If that's going to be too much, we can always reschedule. But if you feel like it's going to be perfect, like, we can keep it. Trust what your gut is telling you to do in this situation, okay? All right, Sarah, you let us know how you're doing. Esme, even though my messenger said I didn't need any more. Okay, so we were hitting the pain, not the psoriasis. So we started with the pain. So if you want to go to the psoriasis, right, that's different. So I'm glad that you're asking that, because you guys, when I'm testing, I can only get as clear as what I'm testing for. So when Esme gave me permission, I was testing for pain, not the psoriasis. But she can test for the psoriasis. So Esme, we can test for the psoriasis. I can test for the psoriasis. Yes. So show me which key is the psoriasis. It's physical, emotional, spiritual, generational, past life. It's absorbed. So Esme, absorbed. It's absorbed. Does she need to know more? Yes. From mom, from dad. Something from dad, Esme. Does she need to know more? Yes. Does she need to know the age? Yes. Age 1 through 5, 5 through 10, 10 through 15, age 10, 11, 12, age 13 from dad, Esme. And you need to know the emotion. This page, top half. 51, 52, 53. 53, so unreceived. Yes, Elaine. Elaine, let us know before you leave. What number did you get to? What number are you at? Can you explain the testing, please? When you have a minute. Yes, I will. I'll explain the testing when we go through. Chels, you're up next. So Elaine, what did you end up at, love? She might have already hopped off. A 3. Okay, beautiful, Elaine. You should be so proud of yourself, queen. Like a 10 to a 3. So you get lots of rest. And well done. Well done, honey. We are so proud of you. Thank you for letting us test and letting us hold sacred space for you so you could do that. Okay, Chels. So Chels is up next. I'm going to pin her, and then I'm just going to finish testing real quick for Esme. So Esme says, well, what about the psoriasis? You guys, that is key 1. Okay, we're going to ask now specifically psoriasis. We got absorbed energy from dad when she was 13, and the emotion was unreceived. Does she have more keys attached to the psoriasis? Yes. You guys keep having to ask the messenger until the messenger says, I have no more messages. I can leave now. So the psoriasis, physical, emotional, spiritual, generational, past life. There's also a past life key attached to the skin. Does she need to know more? Yes. Is it karmic? Okay. Can she clear that? Yes. Okay. Does she need to know more? No. Does she have another key that's attached to the past life? No. Okay, Esme, so you're going to clear that absorbed energy from dad, and you're going to clear the past life key. How soon will can we ask how soon her psoriasis will clear? No. Is there a deadline for when it will clear? No. So it's naturally going to clear over time? Yes. Will she need more keys as she's clearing this psoriasis? Yes. So as this clears up, you're going to be clearing in layers, Esme. So learn the keys, get your yes and no. So as this clears up, you can keep asking questions and clearing, okay? Something's glitching on my phone. Okay, so now we're going to test for Chels. So you guys who are brand new here, we're testing. A lot of you guys are dealing with tired, fatigue, chronic pain. I want to tell you something. Pain is the secret messenger of the body. When you silence your truth, you are silencing your messenger. Your messenger will not go away until you get the message. In fact, she will scream at you louder and louder and louder and louder. The pain will get louder and louder and louder until you listen. When you get the message, when you hear the message from the messenger, she leaves. The pain leaves. So when you get your yes and no, I teach you in my free guide. It's absolutely free. I teach the keys and how to get a yes or a no. It takes longer because you use your whole body to get a yes or a no. In my $27 guide, I teach you all the 7 keys and the money blocks and how to do this with other people and how to get your yes and no in seconds. So I certified in over 10 holistic modalities, and I spent over $15,000 in over a decade learning the keys and learning this one system, how to get a yes or a no. And it's so easy, my kids can do it. So I'm here to tell you that you do not need to spend a decade of your life or thousands of dollars in certifications to learn this one thing. Your body knows exactly what's wrong with you. And she tells you and he tells you every day through pain. And when you become aware that there's something not right, that is your body telling you. It's intuition. I know something's wrong. And then your pain is saying, yeah, something's wrong. And then when you listen and ask which key will unlock the truth, the keys are just guidelines to get to the root quicker. So I work with doctors, I work with practitioners, I work with psychics, healers, mediums, so that they can ask their messenger, show me where this is so I can unlock it. Is it physical? Is it emotional? Is it spiritual? Is it generational? Is it past life? Is it absorbed? Okay, so that's what we're doing. So Chels is here. She gave me permission. I teach you how to do this on other people. There is a way to do this. We do not walk around proclaiming to heal people. Okay, we don't heal people. We hold sacred space. We give them the keys and they do the healing. So Elaine, Esme, Sarah. How are you doing, Sarah? They are doing the work. You can do the work. So Chels, You guys, I'm so sorry. I'm not listening to Esme. What did she say? Okay. That makes so much sense, Queen. Okay. So, do you guys see Esme has psoriasis? Your skin is the largest organ of your body, and it shows emotion and feelings that you can't process. Esme lost her dad at 14. When she was 13, she took on the emotion from her dad unreceived. That could be love unreceived. That can be joy unreceived. And her body is literally physically expressing the emotions that she was not able to process. So as Esme is releasing, right, this energy that's not hers, her skin will clear up. Love you, Esme. We're sending you so much love. Yes. Okay, care for yourself. I get this. I understand things you are saying just haven't been in my inner work due to fight or flight. So there are a couple things you guys can do to get out of fight or flight. And breath for 3 minutes straight and just holding unconditional love will help you regulate to start getting into that space where you can test. Okay, so we are working with Chels. Yeah, you guys, you can test psoriasis, eczema, severe acne. Hey, Olette. So we're teaching the 7 keys. I'm going to be doing this on Chels in just a second. So you guys, I had severe acne that covered my entire face. I know it doesn't look like it, but I literally did not have one space on my face that did not have acne, cystic acne. You guys, my internal belief systems was I was disgusting, I was unlovable, and I was unworthy. And the feelings that I had for myself were literally protruding out of my body. We have people who've been sexually traumatized as children and they haven't told anyone. And their bodies are literally trying to purge that emotion out through their skin. They have eczema, they have psoriasis, they have all these things happening physically to their body, right? Look at Michaela from the Mormon Wives or whatever show. Her literal body was breaking out in hives, her entire body, because this emotion that her body was trying to release had nowhere to go, so it tries to purge out of our body. Yeah. Okay, so Chels, thanks so much for being so patient. So for those of you guys who are new, we're going to use Chels as an example, okay? There's 7 keys to unlock your truth. How do you unlock your truth? Through your yes and your no. Your yes and your no is your divine connection to intuition. It is your discernment. It never lies. It always tells the truth. It can test with a 99.9% accuracy what is wrong with you. So if you're feeling sick or tired or fatigued and you go to the doctors and they say nothing's wrong with you, because you're not dealing with something physical, you're dealing with something spiritual. So the 7 keys are, number 1, it's whatever the pain or the block is, the problem. Key number 2 is it could be physical, but what? It could be trapped emotion, it could be generational, it could be past life, it can be absorbed, and it can be spiritual. Asthma attacks, that can be it too. So we're going to go through Chels, Amelia, Sunshine, Seaham, Fairy Girl, JS, and Christina pretty quickly because we only have about 20 minutes. So I'm going to show you guys how quickly you can test. Now I'm testing your clearing. Okay? So Chels, it's physical, emotional, spiritual, generational, past life, absorbed. Does she need to know more? Nope. This will get her to a 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. This will get her to a 0 pain. Does she have another key? Nope. Sarah, how are you doing, Queen? Hey. Chels, that was it. One absorbed energy. Must have been pretty dang big, though. So I want you to clear that. Unconditional love. Breathe into the pain. Breathe it out of your body. Next is Amelia. Is Amelia still here? Yes. Do I have permission for Amelia? Yes. Okay, Amelia, you still here? So much better. Yes, Sarah. So Sarah, and a number 10 being the worst, 1 being or 0 being gone, what do you feel? Okay, Amelia, you're up next. So Amelia, physical, emotional, spiritual. I have permission to test Amelia. Yes. Physical, emotional. A 2. Sarah. You guys, can everyone please send Sarah love? She went from a 10 to a 2, clearing one absorbed energy. Quantum entanglement, not hers. Back to sender. Amelia, physical, emotional, spiritual, generational, past life, absorbed. There's always a theme in my lives. Today it's absorbed. Amelia, absorbed. Do we need to know more? Yes. Was it from mom, dad, brother? Amelia, do you have a brother? Yes, Sarah, look at all this stuff. Okay, perfect. So you picked this up from your brother, Amelia. Does she need to know what age? No. Does she need to know the emotion? Yes, you need the emotion. Okay, you guys, everything I'm doing, okay, remember, 10 years, $15,000 in certifications. You don't need that. All you need, honestly, is my $27 guide. That's all you need. She needs this page, top half, 51, 52, 53. Unreceived for you, Amelia. Unreceived. You took unreceived from your brother. Okay. This will bring you to a 10, a 9, an 8, a 7, a 6, a 5. This will bring Amelia to a 5 pain, which means what? It means that there is another key. So we're going to ask which key. Is it physical, emotional, spiritual, generational, past life, absorbed? Physical, emotional, spiritual, generational. So generational, you guys, they've proven through epigenetics that you can have things passed down through mom and dad. Fears, phobias, sicknesses, disease. This was passed down from mom's side. Nope. Dad's side. Do we need to know more? Nope. So Amelia, you're just going to see your dad, and you're just going to ask that this generational, whatever that's causing you this pain, to be released in all timelines, dimensions, and space. I ask that this generational trauma be released from all dimensions, timelines, and space. And just breathe unconditional love into the pain. And with each breath out, just see the pain leaving your body. This will get her to a 0. Yes. Does she need another key? Nope. That was it, Amelia. So you let us know in numbers as that starts to clear so that we can all mass love you when you get done. Okay, sunshine. Sunshine. You're welcome, Amelia. She's like, cool. And remember, you guys, breath. Breathe, breathe, breathe. It does feel like MASH in middle school, right? Like, is it the mansion? Is it the house? Which boyfriend? Is it Heath? Is it John? Is it Alex? I love that. That's funny. Sunshine. Okay, was there 2 sunshines? Oh, I did have 2 because I wrote 2 sunshines. Okay, we'll just do both of you guys. So we're going to do sunshine with the orange first, and then we'll do sunshine with the one eye. So sunshine orange first. I'm just going to put sunshine orange and then sunshine eye. So we're going to do both of you, okay? All right, sunshine orange. I have permission. Yes. Sunshine eye. I have permission. Yes. Okay. So you guys, we're going to use the keys. I teach you exactly how to do this in my $27 guide. I'm not special. You don't have to be certified in NLP, hypnosis, quantum healing, hypnosis therapy, theta healing, Enerwise, breakthrough, human design. I did so many, you guys. You don't need it. You don't need it. Okay? Sunshine orange. It's physical, emotional, spiritual, generational, past life, absorbed. Does she need another key? No. Will this get her to a 0? Yes. Sunshine orange. 1 absorbed energy. 1. What does that mean? You're going to breathe unconditional love into this pain, and you're going to send it back to sender or send it out of your body. It is not yours. And then you're going to let us know when you get to a 0 so we can support you. Sunshine eye. I have permission. Yes. It's physical, emotional, spiritual, generational, past life. So sunshine eye. The little orange guy with the eye. Past life. Persecutions cross. Yep. Persecutions cross, you guys. What does this mean? If you do not believe in past lives, that's fine. Do you believe that you had a life or some experience before you came into this one? If you do, something may have happened before you came here that you're ready to clear. In this case, Sunny with an eye has a past life, persecutions cross. So you have been persecuted in silence for multiple lifetimes. And this is the lifetime where you're ready to release that and step fully into your spiritual gifts, to be seen and to be heard. Your voice literally carries frequency codes. When you start speaking truth, you are literally going to heal people the second they hear your voice. So you guys, when I go on these lives, I have people personally messaging me saying, you didn't pick me, but my pain went from a 10 to a 0. I don't know how that's possible, but my pain went from a 10 to a 0 just listening. Because your voice holds truth. Truth brings healing. Truth gives permission for people to heal. Now, when I speak my keys, I embody them. I'm not here pretending to know what I know without having experienced it. I have lived every single key through trauma and trial. Severe trauma, okay? Severe trial. So I teach truth through embodiment. So those of you who have the persecutions cross, I know I don't even have to meet you or speak your name. I know you have been through traumas and trials. Sunshine with an I. Amelia's at it too. Yes, authentic frequency is the strongest because it is pure, authentic, unadulterated truth. When I come on my lives, I speak 100% truth from a soul level. I do not care if people do not believe me. I do not care if people hate me or despise me or think I'm a liar, whatever they want. It doesn't matter because I know my truth and I know where my power comes from. And when you know that to the core, you've healed the traumas, you have the keys, you have your yes and no, you become so unstoppable. Not even Satan himself, not even all the demons in the world can stop you. People will try. Just let them. Look at all this love, you guys. Okay, make sure you guys are tapping the screen. If you can, send as many hearts or love as you can so we can get this number up, which means what? It means that TikTok will send this to people to hear this for the first time, and they will get these keys for free too. So what are we doing? We are teaching people the keys for free. We're teaching people that they have a gift called their intuition, that their intuition never lies, it always tells the truth, and that you have the power to heal yourself in minutes. And we're doing this right now. We're doing this right now using the 7 keys. I give you the 7 keys for free. You guys, look at all this. Thank you guys so much. If you guys are watching, just watch and tap. Just watch and tap and share. Watch and tap and share. Okay? Why am I asking you to do this? Because you are letting TikTok know that people need this information, and this information is free. I teach this information for free. For those of you guys who are like, I have no money, but I want to learn, I teach you in my free guide. Now, if you want to learn how to do this for other people and how quickly we can do this, you guys, it's my $27 guide. So right now we're working with Sunshine with an I. She has another key that we need to clear. So we just tested yes to one of the keys, to the past life key. So now we're going to ask, what's the next key? It's physical, emotional, spiritual, generational, past life. It's absorbed. Does she need to know more? No. Can she clear that 100%? Yes. Will that get her to a 0? Will that get her to a 0 tonight? No, but it'll get her to what? A 5, a 4, a 3, a 2, a 1. So you, Sunshine with an I, will get to a 1. Pain. Okay? I'm a Leo. Good. Now I can clear the carpal tunnel I get from tapping continuously. Oh, that's hilarious. Yes, little scholar. Hey, now you have the keys to heal yourself if that happens. So I love that. Oh, that hurts. Breathing hurts. Bonnie. Okay, you guys use the keys. Okay? Sunshine with an I. Sunshine Orange, how are you doing? Amelia, how are you doing? Chels, how are you doing? Thanks, Savannah. Mark Bridges, 111. Yes, I love that. So you guys, for those of you who are just watching, we're sharing and loving this so that we can get this to people who need to get these free keys. Yes, Amelia. You guys, Amelia is at a 1. Amelia, so much energy still moving. Amazing. 110. Yeah, a lot of times as you clear, it's almost like you get this energy high too that can happen. So Amelia got down to a 1. Heck yes, Amelia. Heck yes, queen. So how do we do the keys, right? I'm going to show you guys. We're using the keys right now. Yes, Kami. Yes, I don't know. I don't feel anything. Okay, Chels. Let me just tap in Chels. She has another key. Chels, did we just clear one absorbed? I didn't write down notes for you. So Chels, all you need to do is, first of all, where's the pain at, Chels? Oh, sunshine orange, feeling chills, cold. Wow, a lot of you guys are feeling cold today. So just keep breathing and just keep releasing. Okay, so Chels, where's your pain at, Queen? Can you please test my rheumatoid arthritis? Yeah, that would be key 1. We'll talk about that. Chels, where is your pain? Lower back. So Chels, this is what you're going to do, okay, Queen? I want you to just see your back pain. This is absorbed energy. So your messenger said, this is not yours. You can clear it. So I just want you to, with each breath in, unconditional love for your body, for yourself. And then with each breath out, I release this pain that's trapped in my back in all dimensions, all timeline and space. I send it to God. I send it back to sender. It is not mine. I clear it. And you're just going to keep breathing until that pain gets down to a 0. Okay, Chels? So if you can feel the pain, you can release the pain. And the messenger said, you guys, who is the messenger? It's the secret language of the body. She's just here to tell you truth. When you silence the truth, the pain gets louder. Okay, so Chels, let us know if that works, okay? All right, now we have, we got Amelia, we got Sunshine, Siham Ali, Fairy Girl, JJ. Bella, you can do anything, Queen. You can do anything. That is key 1. Savannah, I keep getting this weird almost flutter like in my stomach. You can test exactly what that is. Okay, JJ, I see you. So I'm going to pin JJ. So JJ, if you're new here, I'm going to show you guys exactly how to do this. Well, I'm going to show you how I do it. So JJ's here. He gave me permission. He told me that he has pain. We're going to clear that using the keys. We're going to ask which key. There's 7 keys in total. Key number 1 is the problem. Okay? We're going to ask, okay, we know what the problem is. Now, which key is going to unlock it? It's physical, emotional, spiritual, generational, past life, absorbed. So JJ, you absorbed someone's energy. Your body's telling you you can release it. Does he need to know more? No. Okay? So this is not yours. You're going to breathe into the pain and you're going to command it to leave your body. It is not yours. This will bring you to a 9, an 8, a 7, a 6, a 5, a 4, a 3, a 2, a 1, a 0. Does JJ need another key? Yes. You guys, how am I getting my yes and no? I teach you for free in my free guide. But if you want to know exactly how I'm doing it to get fast yes and no, okay, I learned this system in Germany. It's called Innerwise. And it is so stupid simple. It is so stupid simple, easy. My kids can do this. My kids can literally test people and help them go from a 10-10 pain to a 0 in minutes. You can too. JJ needs another key. Yes. Physical, emotional, spiritual, generational, past life, JJ. If you guys don't believe in past lives, that's fine. Do you believe that you had an existence before you came here and that you will exist after you leave here? Ask to be cleared whatever happened before here, before you came to this life, so you can move forward in this life. Persecution's cross. JJ, same thing, man. Silenced. Silence for speaking truth. Y'all need to tap her so you don't have to tap. I'm tired, you guys. It's 10:30. JJ, same thing. This persecution's cross. You are meant to be seen and heard. You are meant to be seen and heard. You are a teacher. You teach truth. I don't have to know you to know that you have gone through some of the hardest traumas and trials more than most. In my $27 guide, I teach you exactly how to do this. I teach you the 7 keys, how to get your yes and no. I also teach you how to do this for other people. If you're a father, a mother, you have children, you have aunts, uncles, nieces, okay? Wow, Savannah. I see that. JJ, amen. Amen. So you're going to claim it and you're going to clear it. This will get him to a 0 tonight. This will get you to a 0, JJ, tonight. So you let us know when you get to that 0. Nelly, I'm tired. I know, Queen. Okay, so where is Chels, how are you feeling? Amelia is at a 0. I was just going to ask. Okay, Amelia went from a 10-10 to a 0, you guys. Can we please at heart Amelia? And make sure you guys are tapping that love screen. I know it's hard, but tap that love and share. What is that going to do? It is going to send this information to people, you guys, who need this. I'm only one person. I'm only one person who's teaching these keys for free. They're the most powerful transformational keys. How do I know this? Because I've literally seen it with my own eyes and on this live every day. People who have gone through a 10-10 pain to a 0, who have gone to doctors who have spent thousands of dollars only to be told there's nothing wrong with you, only to be gaslit and said, take a painkiller, take this medication, silence your truth, and then come back when you have 100 other side effects because of the things we gave you to silence your messenger. You guys, I teach these keys for free. People need these keys. How do I know they need them? Because I needed them. These keys will literally save someone's life because people are dealing with generational trauma, emotional trauma, spiritual warfare, and they're dying inside, and it's literally killing them because they don't know that they've always had the truth and that they've always had the answers within them to release it. They just need permission. They need someone to say, you've been lied to, number one. You've been lied to. You have been lied to. You have the power to heal yourself in minutes. You just have to listen to the messenger. Who is the messenger? Pain. The second you listen to her or you listen to him, he's going to tell you exactly what's wrong. That's your intuition. That is your literal gift from God that never lies and always tells the truth. They want you to be okay. They want you to have joy and happiness. So guess what you're going to do? You're going to learn the keys. You're going to listen to the messenger, and the messenger is going to tell you, this is an emotion that you don't have to carry anymore. When you were 5 years old and you were so physically abused that you felt broken, when you were 7 years old and you were sexually abused as a little girl, okay, that wasn't your fault. You were okay. You can let that go. We can let that go. Okay? You guys, that's why we're sharing and that's why we're hearting. That's why we're sharing and that's why we're hearting, because that is the fastest way to share these keys. Okay. And I know that God will send this information to whoever needs it when they need it and they're ready. Because I have seen so many miracles in the last 2 weeks. And my inbox is flooded. And I'm just so grateful that I'm allowed to share these keys freely. So, JJ, how you doing, love? Yes, Nolan. We all need it, you guys. We all need these keys. Yes, Kara, I'll get you in my next live, I promise. Ronnie, I love it. Where is my jewelry from? It depends. This lady that I follow, she makes these stone rings. And then honestly, a lot of them are just from online. Jessie. Oh, JJ. I'm a female, by the way. Okay, love it. Love it, JJ. Thanks for letting me know, Queen. Thank you. Jessie, I see you. I see you, honey. So, Jessie, I want you to get my free guide. And I want you to start testing if there is some generational trauma, if there is some emotional trauma, or even spiritual warfare that's causing you to be stuck here. There could even be something past life, karmic, lessons that you had to learn. Okay, it could be something absorbed too. Brittany, arms are tingling, energy flowing. Okay, Christina and then Keep. Christina, Keep, and Fairy Girl, are you still here? Saham Ali. Fairy Girl. Okay, perfect. Fairy Girl, you're up, love. Thank you, Mark. Mark, I claim Psalms 91 over everyone here in Yeshua's name. Amen. We love God. We love Jesus in this life. They are everything. Heavenly Mother, everything. They're everything. You guys, Jesus taught us that we can do. He showed us by example. He said, you can do everything I can do and even greater things you can do. Okay? He just wanted you to believe and know truth. And the number one truth, you guys, if you only get one thing from this live, is that your intuition is your gift from God. It never lies. It always tells the truth. And that you can know with a 99.9% accuracy exactly what is wrong with you. The lie is that you have been told to silence your pain as fast as you can. I fell for the lie, you guys. I was gaslighting my children's pain. I was running straight to the medicine cabinet. When I learned these keys, now when my kids have pain, I stop and I listen. My 14 and 15-year-old has stomach pains all the time. He's an empath. He takes people's energy on. He's learning how not to do that. He doesn't need stomach pain. He needs clearing. He needs to show his body love, to listen to the messenger, and to see the energy leaving his body. My 4-year-old, he's an empath. He's our sunshine baby. Okay? The other day he threw up. What would I have done? What would I have done years ago? I would have given him medicine. Read the labels. Read the side effects. Guess what? He just absorbed energy from mine and my husband's little tiff. He absorbed the energy and his body just threw it up. I tested yes to absorbed energy to mine and my husband's. He threw up. He cleared it. He was fine all day. Our kids do not need us to gaslight them. They need us to hold sacred space and to teach them the keys. To teach them that it's okay to have sadness. It's okay to have pain. But what we don't want to do is silence our pain and silence our truth. We want to hold sacred space so these emotions can be processed and cleared. Okay? All right. Celiac. Yeah, you can test that. Do you know you can actually clear allergies? It's called NEAT. It's a system where you can literally hold on to the product you're allergic to, and you can actually test the keys too. Fairy Girl, 10-10 mental, 7-10 physical, 8-10 epilepsy, 5-10 autoimmune. Okay, I got it, love. So what I'm going to do for Fairy Girl is when you have so many things, to work on, we're going to ask the body, we're going to ask the messenger, what's the first thing we need to clear? Because the body always knows. The soul always knows. So Fairy Girl gave me permission. So we're going to ask, what's the first thing that Fairy Girl needs to clear? Is it physical, emotional, spiritual, generational, past life? So the very first thing, Fairy Girl, is past life. Now, you guys remember, if you don't believe in past lives, that's fine. But if you do believe that you lived before you came to this earth and you're going to live after you came to this earth, these keys will still work. So you ask, what is blocking me in this life that I took with me here that I need to clear to move forward? Can it be cleared? Yes or no? If it says yes, you can clear it. Fairy Girl, persecutions cross. Persecutions cross, Fairy Girl. Okay? So I will tell you right now that the physical pain, the epilepsy, the autoimmune, and all of these things are a symptom of you not stepping fully into your gifts. It is you allowing the traumas and the trials that happened in your life to block you and to keep you frozen. But the second that you claim your healing, love, the second that you claim truth and you step into those gifts, these things are just going to fall away. Okay? They're just going to fall away. I'm sorry that you had to go through those traumas and trials, but I promise you they were for your training. Because Fairy Girl, this is what's going to happen to you if you choose it to be so for you. You are going to heal yourself. And then what are you going to do? You're going to turn around and you're going to speak truth and life into these people who have experienced the traumas you have experienced, that you have embodied. You're going to look at the woman who's been suffering in pain and silence like you did, and you're going to say, I know a way out. And you're going to give them truth. And what is the truth that they need? It is from you, not me. It is from you. Because you promised before you came here that you would help them remember. Not because you did some 10-year certification in a college course. from a book. It's from Embodying the Truth. Does this make sense, you guys? Does this make sense why you have been called here to experience your trials and traumas is to help other people, to share truth? So I do not come on these lives pretending that my life is perfect and I have all my stuff together. No, I come on here and tell you that you can literally feel like you are going to die, that you can experience the worst types of traumas: sexual trauma, physical trauma, religious trauma, emotional trauma, spiritual trauma. That you can walk on this earth as a child wishing and hoping that you would die because of your pain. That you can lose a child. And again, why have you forsaken me, God? So I have experienced all the things. When I teach these keys, I teach them through embodiment because I had to clear and release the emotional trauma. I had to clear the generational trauma. I had to clear the spiritual trauma. I had to clear the past life trauma. I had to clear the absorbed energy, okay? These keys work because they're truth. There is no distortion. There is no false. I'm not trying to pull wool over your eyes or teach you a magic trick. I'm trying to teach you truth. So fairy girl, this is a big one. So as you clear this, I want you to clear this in all timelines and dimensions and space. I clear this in all timelines, dimensions, and space. And I want you to claim your healing today. And this will get you to a 10, a 9, an 8, a 7, a 6, a 5, a 4, 2, a 1, a 0 pain tonight. Does she need another key? Yes. So let's go through the keys. You guys, I am not special. I literally spent a decade and over $15,000 certifying in modalities I didn't need. The $27 guide teaches you exactly, step by step, how to do exactly what I'm doing. Not only can you heal yourself from pain in minutes, but you can do this work for other people. You can hold sacred space. You can test which key, and then they will do the clearing, not you. I'm not healing Faye. I'm not healing JJ. I'm not healing Elaine or Esme or Sarah, Chairs or Amelia or Sunshine. I'm holding sacred space and breathing truth into them. So if you would like to learn how to do this and you feel called, you're like, I need to know this, then get my $27 guide, okay? If you're a little on the fence and you're like, I don't know if this can work for me, I get it. Get my free guide. There's nothing to lose. Absolutely nothing to lose. And thank you guys for sharing and tapping the screen. Because this is going to reach someone who's literally been crying out in pain, praying to God, please, there's got to be a way, God. I'm in so much pain. And they're going to find this message. They're going to get the truth. And they're going to be able to heal themselves and break free from the freaking lies that we have all been told and that we're all freaking sick and tired of. Sorry, guys, I got something in my eye. Okay, fairy girl, let's go to the next key. Physical, emotional, spiritual, generational, past life, absorbed. So you absorbed someone's energy. She needs to know more, yes, from mom, from dad. She needs to know more, yes. She needs to know the age, 1 through 5, 5 through 10, 10 through 15, 10, 11. So fairy girl, 11. How's Sarah doing? Sarah! I almost missed you, babe. Yes. Sarah went from a 10 to a 0. Yes, love. You guys, 1 absorbed energy. That must have been some pretty massive absorbed energy, Sarah. Insane. Yes, babe. All right, fairy girl, how you doing, love? Amazing. Can I clear my rheumatoid arthritis, please? Thank you. Yes, love. I'm here to tell you, if you can't clear it, which sometimes, you guys, there's a lesson that needs to be learned in the pain, and it's waiting for the lesson that the pain goes away, but you can get to the root cause of where it started and how to clear it. Same with hypertension. Emotional, tight in my throat, but my head less sore. Okay. Okay, perfect. So throat, this is what's gonna clear that. So Something with your dad at age 11, fairy girl. She needs to know the emotion. Okay, so you took on some of your dad's energy at 11. This chart. So you guys, in my $27 guide, I give you all the charts. All the information. It's all you need. It's a digital guide. It's not this, but literally in the back, I tell you exactly how to do this with all the charts and also the money blocks. Money blocks are spiritual, you guys. I promise you, you're not going to affirmation or manifest money without learning the lesson. That's called spiritual bypassing. It's not going to work. You can try. Ask anyone who's actually manifested the money. They had to overcome the emotional traumas, the generational traumas, the spiritual traumas, all the past lives. They had to do work. If they told you it just came easily, they're full of crap. And trust me, I know. I worked corporate. I worked with a bunch of full of crap people who swindled people out of money and would just call it business. It was sickening. She needs this side top half. Unreceived. Unreceived. That's a theme today, you guys. She's the fourth person for unreceived from dad. Have you guys noticed that? So fairy girl, you can clear that. Keep breathing love into your throat. Yes, Chels. Chels, how are you feeling, love? I didn't see any other messages. Chels, what number did you get to, Queen, so I can check in on you? Can we all send Chels some love, please? Okay, she said she'll keep trying. She had some pain in her back. I'm not sure if she was able to move it at all, but... Okay, so we're still working on fairy girl. There's another key, yes. One brotherly love. At Chelsea, sleep well. Yeah, sleep well, Chelsea. Sunshine. JJ, 5, still neck pain. Okay, so JJ, let me just check. Is there another key for JJ for his neck? Yes. Physical, emotional, spiritual, generational, past life. JJ, it's still past life, but is it another one? Yes. Karmic? No. Oh, it's just clearing. Was she hung? Okay, JJ, this. Just imagine what this would be around your neck in a past life, okay? So clear that, love. So clear that. See it being cleared. Clear all dimensions, timeline, and space. That's what you're clearing still, okay? Multiple. So clear that and let us know what that gets to. Sunshine, still neck pain. Okay, sunshine, same thing. Sunshine orange. Sunshine orange, still neck pain. Is there another key? Yes. Physical, emotional, spiritual, generational, past life. Okay, sunshine orange. Yours is past life too, love. She needs to know more. Nope, you can clear that. Still back pain and still back pain. Is that attached to that too? Yes. Clear it all. So you guys, all your pain, breathe in unconditional love and breathe it out. JJ needs another key. No. Sunshine orange needs another key. No. So you guys are good. The messenger spoke. It's just holding sacred space. Sometimes, you guys, if you're from a 10-10 pain, it's going to take a little bit of time to go to that 0. Just love on your body and trust that it's doing it. My pain is what? Mark. I'm not sure, love, but you can test which key. Clear that. Clear the pain. So we're talking about pain as the messenger. We got the answer from the messenger using the 7 keys. We tested which key, which it would unlock truth. When the messenger is done speaking, she can leave. The pain can leave. Neck pain too. Oh, lots of neck pain. What are the 7 keys? Okay, you guys, what was the key about my dad? Unreceived. So that could be unreceived love, joy, but unreceived at the age of 11. Unreceived at the age of 11. How do you clear grief or pain? So first you need to know where the grief and pain is coming from. Yes, that makes sense, fairy girl. Yeah, I'm glad. So just keep trusting, breathing love, breathing in love, breathing out the pain. Thanks, Mark. So how do you clear grief or pain? If you don't know where the grief or pain started from and you're just feeling a lot of grief or pain, you are going to ask which key. If you have grief from a child loss or a loss of someone in your family, you can ask, first, show me which key can release that. Okay? If you don't need a key, all you need is sacred space for your body to feel and process those emotions completely. Okay? It took me a year to process the loss of my son. And all I needed was sacred space to feel those emotions. But here's the truth. I had so much grief because I also had a lot of shame. And I also felt a lot of guilt, like I could have done more or I should have done more. A lot of, well, maybe if I wasn't a sinner in my younger years, maybe my son would have lived. So you have to get to the root of why that's still trapped in your body. I've been depression all my life, never actually felt happy. So Eminem, if that's the case for your depression, you never felt happy, you're going to use the 7 keys. All little children come to see me. Yes, Yeshua, I love that. Because you know the truth is that when you go to your little child, your little self, they'll tell you exactly what they're feeling. And then you tell them the truth. Thank you, Rose. My throat feels so icky. So let's tap in. She needs another key for her throat. This is the persecution's cross. Yes. So the persecution's cross is stuck at your throat. This is where the energy is stuck now. Is it attached to the way that you're persecuted? Yes. Persecution's cross, throat, silenced. So I'm going to command that this be cleared in all timelines, dimension, and space. So Fairy, just say, I command this energy to leave from all dimensions, timelines, and space. And just breathe and release. Yes, Eminem. So you guys get the $27 guide. So everything I'm teaching you, it is actually so simple and easy. It is so simple and easy. You can do this. Okay, don't waste 10 years or $15,000 in certifications to realize that you've always had the answer. What is that answer, that gift? It is your intuition. Okay? Once you learn your yes or your no, the 7 keys are just guidelines to get to the root quicker. So when I listen to my messenger and my pain, I ask which key will unlock truth. So that way I'm not just playing a guessing game in the sea of all the questions. I ask, is it something physical? Is it something emotional? Is it something generational, absorbed, spiritual, or past life? And once I get a yes, then I can clear it. Unless my messenger has more to tell me, then I will listen. But as soon as I get a no, you do not need to know more, the messenger leaves, the pain leaves. Pain is just a messenger. Yes, Mark, that is so true. I had a blessing when I was a little girl, and it literally said that my words could literally kill. To be careful of the words that I use, because my words can be used to kill or bring life. My words will be used to uplift the righteous and destroy the wicked. So words are powerful. Absolutely. JJ, I'm a 3. Going to get the book. I will see you again soon. Yes, queen. Love it, babe. Can we all send JJ love? 10-10 to a 3 pain. Okay? 10-10 to a 3 pain. Look at these queens. Okay, Fairy is still holding on. Releasing. Lots. JJ, I'm so proud of you, queen. So proud of you, queen. Fairy girl, it's a bit better, shaky, but head pain is less and the throat is calming. Good, love. You have a lot of things, right, that are clearing. So you're doing so good, Fairy girl. You're doing so good. So just keep holding that space and keep telling it to be cleared in all timelines, dimension, and space. You're doing so good. Key 4, my intuition says. Key 4, Mark. It depends on what you think is key for. So I can ask Mark's key: physical, emotional, spiritual, generational, past life, absorbed. So Mark, I got absorbed. Are you asking for yourself, Mark? Okay. So how we doing, you guys? Yes. Okay, so absorbed is what I got. Absorbed energy. I think I've absorbed from my dad, but he died. He was an alcoholic. Yes, Queen, you can absorb things from your dad, even if they died. You can absorb things in the womb. You can absorb things generationally. So if that's what you feel and you feel that is true, you can clear that. So how do you clear things that don't cause pain? Is you just command them to leave your body from all dimensions, timelines, and space. If it's pain, you just breathe the pain out of your body, or same, you can command it to leave your body, but with breath. You have to breathe and you need unconditional love. You're welcome, Mark. I just wanted to know him sad. So you guys, one really, really cool, amazing thing that we can all do is we can all talk to our loved ones. Anyone who's passed away, you can talk to them. You can communicate with them. You have a gift. I am amazing. Hey, love. Welcome back, honey. How are you doing? We have unconditional love. Yes. So you guys can speak to your loved ones, okay? Breathe in a microphone and you'll hear the name of the creator. I love that. Thank you for helping. I'm getting a bit sleepy. Okay, Fairy Girl, you trust yourself. Maybe you need to go to sleep and let the integration work for you. So before you go to sleep, Fairy Girl, just pray and ask that your body can be healed and integrated by angels while you sleep. Okay? You're totally good to go to love. Can everyone just send at Fairy Girl some love? And maybe just say a little prayer in your heart for her that she can release these things. You're so welcome, Queen. You are so, 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 so welcome. And everyone. Mark, thanks. Mark, we should be best friends, I think. Everyone on this live should be my best friend, actually. Yeah, and then Fairy Girl, come back tomorrow or send me a private message how you're feeling, because I'd love to be able to tap in. Okay, so you guys, really quickly before I get off this live, we are so close to 100,000 likes. Let's see how many loves we can send and how many people can we share this with, not spamming, but how many people can we share this to and say, with love, I want to share this information. So you guys, I share these keys for free. Why do I share them for free? Because if every single person knew these keys and they knew the truth about their intuition. Thank you, Kara Love. Oh, that reminds me. Let me follow all my top people while you guys do that. Okay, how do you speak to loved ones on the other side? Thank you for getting me back on track. So you guys, I lost my son to a rare genetic disorder. So he lived for an hour, and it was one of the hardest moments of my life. I was unable to grieve or cry because I felt like if I cried or grieved, then God would think that I didn't believe that I would see my son again. I had this weird belief. I also had someone tell me that they had a psychic or a medium tell her that the reason why I lost my son, sorry, that's just bringing emotion. The reason why I lost my son was because of the sin I had in my life. Now, at first, I didn't think that hurt me until a year later, my friend held sacred space for me, and I was able to have a conversation with my son that passed away. And I realized that your loved ones will hang around you until you give them permission to leave. So your loved ones do not want you to feel sad or upset or hurt, especially those who commit suicide. I think that's the worst thing, is when they see their family suffering. all they want you to know is that they're at peace and they're happy and they're finally free from the earthly bounds. So when my friend held sacred space for me, it was one of the most beautiful moments because I was able to have a conversation with my son in his glory. And he was this huge, large angel, and he was beautiful. And he told me the truth that that there was a soul contract between me and him, and that I was going to experience child loss, and that he chose to live a very short life, that he was going to come back, but he chose to live a very short life for my trials, for my life lesson. So when I tell you guys that we chose traumas and trials, that we chose our traumas and trials to understand empathy, that we chose those things. And it's so hard to tell someone who's lost a child, well, you chose that before you came here. It sounds so disingenuous, and like, who wants to hear that? Anyways, the reason why we experience traumas and trials is so that we can ascend and we can learn. Jesus Christ chose to descend below all things so that we could have the opportunity, and so that he could have the opportunity to feel everything, feel every pain from every person. And he even asked God, why have you forsaken me? And he even asked God, if you can take this cup away from me. He said, would you take it? And he didn't let him. So you guys, if you are experiencing traumas or trials, sorry, I have been processing a lot this week. Lots of narcissistic family members who are trying to gaslight and shame. And yeah, anyways, when you feel you have been forsaken or abandoned, I promise you, you haven't. And I promise you that if God could take it away from you, he would. But the reason why he's not is because you came here to learn empathy and love and compassion. And sickness, sickness is so humbling. So child loss is so humbling. So I can honestly come on here and say that I empathize for women who've lost children. I empathize for women who were sexually abused, who were physically abused as children. I have so much love for people who are suffering because they don't feel good enough and they don't feel worthy enough. And I have so much compassion for people who feel like they're broken, because I was broken, and because I allowed horrible things to happen to me. I allowed men to physically abuse me and to sexually abuse me because I felt like I deserved it. So the reason why I ask people to share these keys is because people need help. There are men and women who are suffering in silence because they have been lied to, and they have been told that the only way to heal themselves is through doctors and through painkillers. And that's a horrible feeling, to feel trapped in your own body. So my message has always been that God loves you and that Jesus loves you, and that you have a gift, and that is the gift of discernment. That is the gift of intuition. And every time you have prayed and asked God for an answer, and every time you have prayed and asked Jesus for an answer, they literally answered you. They've literally answered you and said yes or no, or yes or no. And we have been lied to. We have been taught and gaslit to keep us silent and to keep us stuck so that people could profit off of us. And I know that we're ascending, and I know that truth is setting people free left and right. People are awakening, and the masses. People are having spiritual visions and downloads and healings. And I'm seeing people being healed every day because that's how it's supposed to be. And we're not going to be lied to anymore. We're not going to be gaslit anymore. We're not going to put up with other people making us feel a certain way anymore. And I'm sure of a hell's not. So I come on these lives as an empowered woman who has been through the trauma and who knows what it feels like to be silenced, to be gaslit, And yes, I am a sinner. I'm not perfect. I've made horrific decisions in my life. But people don't realize that sin comes from being broken. Hurt people hurt people. Addicts are addicts because they're suffering, and there's no other way that they know how to silence their pain. It all comes down to trauma and not understanding truth and how to set yourself free. So if you guys, thank you so much for holding space. If you guys can continue to share, learn these keys for yourself. But if you can share to as many people as you can, I cannot do this alone. I cannot do this by myself. I'm only one person, but I am one person who would give you the shirt off my back. Thank you guys for holding space so I could share. I will give you the shirt off my back. I will do everything in my power to help you. And the fastest way I know how to help you is by truth. And these keys, you guys, they're ready to be shared to everyone. And I will not stop until every single person that I know and come across knows these keys. So I love you. Look, you guys, we did it. We got the hearts out, which means this is going to be sent to all the right people. Follow me, share your experiences and your stories. You guys learn these keys and buy the guide and learn it and teach your family and teach your friends. Teach every single person you know truth. And that is going to set us all free. And for all of those of you guys who've been silenced, like, I feel you and I see you. The most powerful thing you could do is speak. And I know it's hard. I know it's hard, but for those of you who have been abused, you have to speak your truth, okay? What happened to you was not fair and it was not right. And the fastest way to set yourself free is to share your truth and to not hide it anymore. I'm still never heard with a special need child as a single mother. Yeah, oh, that's a hard one. Yes, Morgan. Yes, Queen. You guys, thank you so much for holding sacred space for me. It's not, if you know me, I do not cry. I have a hard time with emotion. So thank you for letting me be vulnerable and cry. It means a lot. Lots of things are shifting. I'm still healing too. I still have insecurities and I still have things come up every once in a while that need to be processed. So thank you for letting me process those, you guys, so much. Like, I really, really am grateful for you. And hopefully we can continue to do this every day for more people. So I go live every single day except for Sundays. That's my one day off where I rest with my family. So I will see you guys tomorrow, probably just tomorrow night around 8 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. But I love you guys. 8 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. I love you so much. Thank you. Thank you for holding sacred space. And I see you. And I love you guys so much from the bottom of my heart.